The surveillance camera documented the activities of a woman with her dog in the absence of her husband. It's widely acknowledged that dogs bring joy into our lives. Those who regularly spend time with a canine companion can attest to the immense happiness their tail-wagging friends provide. This was evident in a recent video where a girlfriend, unbeknownst to her, was being observed by her partner through a home security camera. For individuals with dogs, the unpredictable nature of their pet's behavior when left alone is a mystery. Some may rummage through the trash or explore, while others might playfully destroy a pillow or simply take a nap on the couch. However, advancements in remote security monitoring now enable pet owners to keep a watchful eye on their furry friends. Such was the case for Jose Perez, who had to travel for business, leaving his fiancée and their dog, Nina, behind. Perez had installed a security camera system that would alert him via email or text if any movement was detected after midnight. To his surprise, while away in his hotel room, he received an alert capturing a delightful scene on his phone. The footage revealed Nina and Perez's girlfriend having a private dance party in the kitchen. Seemingly indifferent to his absence, Perez expressed joy at witnessing their genuine enjoyment despite being apart. The heartwarming moment, unexpected and streamed directly to Perez's phone, uplifted his spirits. Nina and Perez's girlfriend shared a close bond, spending a significant amount of time together. Perez emphasized Nina's delight whenever his girlfriend visited, describing their relationship as treating Nina like a daughter, while Nina was the star of the dance video. Other animals also made appearances on security footage. Beyond the entertainment aspect, more people are opting to install security cameras in their homes to gain insights into their pets' activities when they are away. Nest Security Cameras, a well-known brand in the United States, recently showcased a video featuring animals captured on camera, providing intriguing insights into their personalities when their owners were not at home. The video showcased various amusing moments, including a dog tearing apart pillows on a couch and a black and white cat taking a spectacular tumble down a flight of stairs. In another segment, the owners of a dog observed how their pet effortlessly navigated through a doggy gate. A humorous incident occurred when one of the dogs approached the camera and urinated on it, displaying the dog's indifference. Lionel Pallet, the general manager of Nest's European division, highlighted the widespread fascination with pets, emphasizing that wireless security cameras allow people to monitor not only their homes and families but also their furry friends. The introduction of a new feature called Talk and Listen enables homeowners to remotely communicate with their dogs. This feature allows them to broadcast and receive audio, providing comfort or a gentle scolding when needed. The ability to keep an eye on our four-legged companions ensures that we stay informed about their activities even when we're not physically present. In a similar heartwarming story, a dog groomer, Luis Antonio Caballero, gained popularity on the internet after his wife secretly recorded him dancing with a dog. The video, featuring Luis dancing to the B-52's Love Shack while grooming a small white puppy, has garnered over 4.4 million views on Facebook. Luis's joyful interaction with the dog showcased his satisfaction with his job, and the video, shared by his wife on the company's Facebook page, received positive reactions from viewers since its release. The video has gone viral, amassing over 4 million views and garnering about 55,000 shares on various social media platforms. Despite the tremendous attention, Gabriella maintains that the heartwarming scene captured in the video is just a usual day at their grooming salon. In an interview with the Dodo, she explained that she had stepped away to get some tea and returned to find Luis dancing, prompting her to discreetly record the moment. According to Gabriella, it was another ordinary day at their salon. Highlighting the joyful atmosphere, Gabriella also shared that besides grooming dogs, Louise dedicates his time to volunteering and rescuing stray canines, which she finds inspiring, describing their family as completely dedicated to pets. She emphasized the mutual adoration between them and the animals. In another story, a security camera captured a heartwarming moment between an unidentified man, Enter, and a stray dog on a Turkish street. The man encountered the puppy wagging its tail excitedly as he approached, while Enter had seen the dog during the day at a local coffee shop. This chance encounter occurred at 2:51 a.m. The man and the dog, recognizing each other, started dancing, turning their relationship from passing strangers to good friends, despite Enter not being able to bring the dog into his home due to already having 4 dogs. The stray dog appeared well-fed, indicating the trust he gained from the surrounding neighborhood. The touching encounter was later discovered to have been captured on surveillance footage by the cafe owner, who shared it with Enter the following morning. The video, posted online, gained global attention, surprising Enter, who expressed joy in dancing with animals, considering them his second favorite thing in the world after people. Indeed, the BarkBox dog parent study reveals compelling insights into the positive impact of dogs on their owners' happiness. A significant 71% of dog owners attest that their pets have contributed to making them happier individuals. Nearly 80% of respondents state that their pets make it easier for them to get out of bed in the morning, while a staggering 93% claim that their pets have made them better people overall. The study sheds light on the deep connection between humans and dogs, exploring why dogs bring happiness and how they positively influence various aspects of our lives throughout history. Dogs have held the role of man's best companion, providing faithful friendship and unconditional love. In both good and bad times, dogs stand by us, offering companionship, laughter, and a reliable, non-judgmental presence. The study finds that 85% of dog parents credit their dogs with helping them navigate through difficult times in their lives. Dogs embody qualities such as patience, compassion, generosity, and kindness. Influencing and mirroring these attributes in their human companions, the benefits of having a dog extend beyond emotional support, impacting personal and professional aspects of life. Dog owners exhibit greater self-esteem, enhanced physical fitness, reduced loneliness, increased conscientiousness, and healthier relationship styles compared to non-owners. As per a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, dogs serve as motivation for increased physical activity, encouraging their owners to get outside and be more active. This, in turn, contributes to improved mental health by triggering the release of endorphins, hormones associated with a positive mood. Additionally, spending time with dogs outdoors, especially on sunny days, can address a potential link between a lack of vitamin D and depression. The study participants overwhelmingly reported that having a dog has increased their activity level, with 72% stating that their dog has an impact on their workout routine. In essence, the combination of dogs' unconditional love and the encouragement of increased physical activity has been shown to have a profound positive effect on people's moods, making dogs not just pets but genuine sources of joy and well-being in their owners' lives. Imagine if we could scientifically demonstrate that dogs contribute to our happiness. It appears that we can. Even brief interactions with dogs trigger the release of oxytocin in the human brain, a hormone commonly known as the cuddle chemical. Studies indicate that oxytocin not only diminishes stress and anxiety but also enhances feelings of relaxation, trust, and empathy. The act of cuddling with your dog induces a warm and comforting sensation due to the release of oxytocin, as highlighted in a 2015 study published in the journal Science. Interestingly, simply gazing into each other's eyes results in a significant surge in oxytocin levels for both dogs and their owners. Both male and female dogs reported a 130% increase. While male and female owners experienced a remarkable 300% increase in oxytocin levels. This phenomenon was particularly pronounced in pairs that spent the most time engaging in eye contact. That's all about the first story, and now let's watch another one. A man contemplating returning his recently adopted dog to the shelter discovers an unexpected revelation that moves him to tears. Love, compassion, loyalty, these words come to mind when thinking about dogs. They are truly friendly and devoted creatures, providing a unique care that no one else can match. Dogs become the cherished companions in our lives, bringing immense positivity and happiness. Considering this, Anthony chose to adopt a dog to alleviate the loneliness he felt after moving to a new town. Little did he anticipate that the dog he adopted from the shelter would surpass his expectations of a pet. 6 months had passed since Anthony moved to the city. And despite the warm hospitality of the people and the vibrant city atmosphere, he struggled with a sense of loneliness. Being single and living alone started affecting his mood, prompting him to seek companionship with the local newspapers featuring numerous ads about shelters and animals in need of homes. Anthony, on a bright Sunday morning, headed to an animal shelter with eagerness to adopt a pet. His excitement was palpable as he approached the shelter. In his car was a weathered gray building surrounded by a rustic fence. Anthony parked his car and made his way to the reception, feeling the anticipation of the moment. He had been perusing the cages for a while, knowing he wanted a dog but unable to decide on the perfect one. All the dogs were adorable. Yet something didn't quite click. Just as Anthony was about to turn away, he noticed a cage at the far end of the aisle. As he approached, he saw a black Labrador curled up in a corner. When the dog's eyes met Anthony's, he slowly approached and looked up with beautiful yet melancholic eyes. Anthony assumed that the shelter life contributed to the sadness in the dog's eyes. Realizing he needed a loving home, discovering the dog's name was Reggie, Anthony felt an unexplainable connection and knew Reggie was the dog meant for him. The shelter explained that many people had shown interest in adopting Reggie, but they backed out, thinking he wasn't the right fit at the last moment. The shelter was thrilled that Reggie had found a home with Anthony. Anthony learned that Reggie might take up to 2 weeks to adjust to his new home, and he was advised to be patient. Reggie's belongings, including a sleeping bed, food bowl, and toys, were packed, and the duo set off for home. During the drive, Anthony was extra cautious with Reggie, who appeared on edge, easily startled by sudden movements, possibly indicating past abusive experiences. Notably, a tennis ball seemed to be the only thing that put Reggie at ease, as he enjoyed sinking his teeth into it. However, Reggie was not a fan of the car ride away from the shelter. Anthony remained hopeful that once they reached home, Reggie would settle in comfortably. His assumption couldn't have been more incorrect. Upon pulling into his driveway, Anthony noticed Reggie growing restless. Despite opening the car door, Reggie made no move, prompting Anthony to carry him inside. Trembling with fear, Reggie refused to step in. Spending the entire evening trembling in a corner beneath the sofa, Anthony struggled to comprehend Reggie's intense fear. Sensing that there was something beyond the unfamiliarity of the place troubling the dog. In an attempt to provide a fresh start for Reggie, Anthony decided to purchase all new belongings, stowing away the old items in the back of the garage closet instead of discarding them entirely. Unfortunately, the new things failed to alter Reggie's behavior. He remained a sad and fearful dog, avoiding visibility. Anthony, growing increasingly concerned, anticipated a joyful addition to his life but found Reggie to be the opposite. Rather than a lively companion, Reggie kept to himself and displayed disinterest in everything. This disappointment weighed heavily on Anthony. His hope of overcoming loneliness through adopting a dog seemed unfulfilled. Anticipating a cheerful and playful companion, Anthony found Reggie to be quite the opposite. Consequently, Anthony continued to feel lonely, and Reggie appeared discontent. Anthony, perplexed about how to alleviate Reggie's sadness, resorted to what he knew best, providing food, water, shelter, undivided attention, and regular walks. Despite Anthony's efforts, Reggie remained indifferent. His eyes retained a sense of sadness, and he showed no interest in going out, eating, or engaging in any activities. Reggie preferred solitude, leaving Anthony pondering what he might be doing wrong. Despite Anthony's persistent efforts, Reggie showed no signs of improvement. He seldom followed basic commands like sit or stay, and even then, only when he felt like it. Adding to the challenge, Reggie seemed unresponsive to his name, behaving like a lost soul without a sense of belonging. The 2 weeks, as suggested by the shelter for Reggie to adjust, had passed with no positive change. Anthony's aspiration to help Reggie had faltered. The dog remained withdrawn and resistant to any attempts to bring him out of his shell. Realizing that the problem might run deeper than anticipated, Anthony faced a difficult decision. Although he desired to keep Reggie, he acknowledged that he couldn't provide the help Reggie needed. Anthony remained lonely, and Reggie continued to be unhappy. Reluctantly, Anthony decided to return Reggie to the shelter. A heartbreaking choice. During this decision-making process, Anthony discovered some insights about Reggie's background. It became evident that Reggie had received training from his previous owner, who also left a note with important information. The note mentioned Reggie's aversion to the vet, difficulty getting into cars, and the owner's suggestion to shower him with attention and patience. The owner emphasized Reggie's familiarity with going everywhere with him, especially on daily car rides, making the transition to a new owner challenging. As Anthony read the note, he began to understand Reggie better. His fears, lack of interest, and preference for solitude. Living with one owner throughout his entire life had made adapting to a new owner difficult for Reggie. Anthony was surprised to learn that Reggie was not the dog's real name, and the previous owner couldn't explain why he had chosen the name Reggie. This newfound information from the letter helped Anthony gain a deeper understanding of Reggie's behavior and challenges. When I left him at the shelter, I provided the name Reggie, not wanting to use his real name. Despite the deception, I believed the dog, clever as he is, would adapt and respond to the new name in due time. It pained me to conceal his true identity, as doing so made the act of parting with him seem final. Acknowledging that I might never see him again, Anthony understood the owner's anguish in giving up their beloved dog. As expressed in the letter, if Anthony were to return and tear up the letter, all would be well. But if someone else read it, they should know the dog's real name to foster a stronger connection. The genuine name, revealed as Tank, reflected the owner's deep love. Even though it puzzled Anthony why someone so devoted would put their dog up for adoption. As he continued reading, Anthony discovered the owner's true reason. A military deployment to Iraq compelled them to request Tank's adoption, contingent upon approval from their commander. Despite the emotional toll, the owner found solace in the thought that sacrificing Tank contributed to a greater cause. Inspired by the unconditional love and service exemplified by their loyal companion over the years, Anthony's eyes welled with tears as he absorbed the poignant story, unaware of his own tears. Anthony proceeded to read the owner's gratitude for caring for his dog. The owner expressed reluctance in facing another farewell to Tank, having already cried so much during the initial parting. Despite the emotional struggle, They mentioned the possibility of checking on Tank and hoped he had mastered the challenge of getting a third ball in his mouth. The owner wished Anthony and Tank well, asking for an extra goodnight kiss for the dog. Signed by Paul Mallory. The name triggered a memory for Anthony, a hero in the city who had unfortunately lost his life during a mission in Iraq, earning a silver star for his bravery. Overwhelmed with sorrow, Anthony needed time to compose himself. As he looked at the dog, memories of Paul's love for Tank flooded his thoughts. Unable to bear the idea of returning Tank to the shelter, considering the losses the dog had already endured, Anthony called out, "Hey, Tank!" To his astonishment, the dog immediately responded, rushing towards Anthony. It seemed that using his real name was all it took to dispel Tank's sense of loss. Now reunited, Anthony showered Tank with affection, realizing that their bond had been forever changed by this emotional journey. From that moment onward, Anthony was resolute in his decision not to return Tank to the shelter. Having learned the heartfelt story behind the dog, he was determined to honor Paul's wishes and provide Tank with the same love and care he had received before. Anthony hoped and prayed that Tank would become an integral part of his family, adapting and reciprocating the love just as he had with Paul. The words of Paul resonated with Anthony, leaving an indelible mark on his heart. In due time, Anthony earned Tank's trust, creating a sense of safety that allowed Tank to rediscover joy in playing ball, accompanying Anthony on car rides, and embodying the happy, carefree spirit he once was. Anthony even allowed Tank to roam freely in the park. Confident that Tank would always return to him, Anthony believed that Paul was watching over Tank. Proud and delighted by the progress the dog had made, Tank had transformed from a scared puppy hiding in the corner to a happy, playful companion. Anthony credited Paul's love for his dog and made a heartfelt promise to continue showering Tank with love and care. Above is today's story. If you like it, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. See you next time.